Guys, and welcome to the vlog. So today I am going to be importing a logo into a program that I can then change, modify, and then import it to my CAD program so that I can go ahead and engrave this image. So this is the best way that I found and the quickest way to find to be able to do this. So I have this image of this file here. It's this logo for this company. All right, it's not a high quality logo. It's just something I pulled off the web. Now, ultimately, I would get you would rather get that from the customer, a high detailed res of their logo. But in this instance, I'm prototyping for them, and you want to have a little bit of shock and wow factor where they don't know how you did it. This is how you do it. So you basically would click on this and then save the image as the file. I've already done this, so we're not going to go ahead and do that, but it's pretty basic Windows structure. So I'm using a free program called Inkscape. You can download this from their website, inkscape.com, I believe, and you can go ahead and use this program for free. It's not like you have to pay for it or anything like that. It works really well for things you need to do. I'm not proficient in this at all. I'd rather use Photoshop, but I don't know how to do this in Photoshop. I'm sure there is a way, but I figured this out and it works fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and open the image. And this image here is Detail Lab here. I already saved it. It's a PNG file. It's a very small file, 18K, so it's tiny. So here it is asking how you want to bring it in. I want to bring it in from a file, and I would do smooth, optimize quality. So it brings it in. Let me bring this back up the screen here, and here's the image. So now we got this really low res image, and it's got jaggy edges. And if you try to import this into your CAD program to do your editing, if you want to cut this out or engrave this or anything like that, you're going to run into a problem where it's just going to be jagged. It's not going to vectorize really well, and it's going to look like crap, and you're not going to be able to use it. So what I found that works the best is you would select this image here, and you just go up here to Path, and you would do Trace Bitmap. And we're going to trace this bitmap. The default threshold is 0.45, and that's your brightness cutoff. That's usually fine 90% of the time, but when you have a very light colored image like this, it's not going to pick up. It's only going to pick up the darkest images like over here. So what we want to do, I found that on this particular image, 9.5, almost a full 1, which would be 100%, seems to pick up the best that I can do. So you just click OK, and there you go. You got the image. So close this window out, drag this down, and you'll see your image right here. It's actually a really good representation. It's not perfect, but a very little amount of cleanup that you would need to do would be fine for this in CAD. So other images work really well if you have a bigger image. If you even have like a 1 meg, 2 meg, 10 meg file, it'll work fantastic. So I usually just take this image here, click back on here, delete this out, drag this back up into your area here. We're going to resave this file as an SVG. So save as, and we'll save it as a Detail Lab SVG. I've already done this. It's going to ask me. I'm just going to go ahead and replace it. So now we have this file. And if you're using Fusion 360 for your CAD, that's what I use. You can import SVGs, and it works really well as opposed to importing a PNG or JPEG, which you can still do, but you have to import it a different way. So here we can do, I think I need to do a new component, and that's active. What I want to do is I want to put it basically on this face, is what I'm going to do. So we're going to engrave it on that face. So I'm going to do insert SVG. I'm going to find my file, which is in desktop, I believe is where it got saved. I might have to double check. Where the heck is it? Down it? Where did Inkscape save it as? Let's go back and double check here. Save as. It should be in desktop. Right there. SVG. Yeah, it's right there. That's where it should be. Why am I not seeing it under desktop? Oh wait, there it is. It shows as an Internet Explorer SVG document. So we import that. We're going to select the plane. We're going to select this plane because I want it to be on that face. And it's going to bring it in. Okay, generally it likes to flip them around for some reason. You can easily flip it around. There you go. Now you can drag this down to your image here. and we can center it there. We can make it, we can expand it a little bit bigger if we want. That's why I said it doesn't matter to edit the size in your Inkscape program. You can edit it right here. So we'll edit it right here, and it looks about even there. And then you can click OK. And then you have this image in here. So that's, and I made that on a new component. It's a drawing. So you can go in here. I can go in here and fix these lines, which isn't an issue, which we'll actually go and do. I'll probably do that off camera because nobody wants to watch that. It would be a lot easier if you got the better image, but if you used a really decent image that you can find on the web, like most of them, this program works really well at cleaning up a lot of these, making your edges sharp. You don't have any jagged edges. If I would have tried just to import this, it would be all jagged, and it would take me hours cleaning it up. Lord knows I have done that. It's easier to clean up and straighten a few lines out in the CAD program than it is to get rid of jagged lines. So I hope this helps you guys. I am actually going to be making this part in the shop on the tour Mac. So when I get to that, we'll cut to that video. Alrighty guys, thanks.